I'm a brokey. I'm poor. My bank account is empty. How do you get there? It's a delicate craft. Something you fall into and you don't know how you got there. But I have the answer. If you've had sleep for dinner, if you share a room with half your bloodline, I understand how you feel. This is a guide on how to stay broke, and if you're not already broke, how to get there. If you're not already aware, this video is sarcastic, and you should do the opposite of everything I'm about to tell you. This is a touchy subject, so I want to give some insights into some habits that you might be doing that might be stunting your success. And I want to start by saying, I understand a lot of people were born into unfortunate circumstances. I get it, I'm one of those. But that doesn't mean we can't make it out and that we have to stay in the same place. If anything, it sets us up in a position to have a fantastic comeback story and to value everything we get when we make it, inshallah. So rather than telling you what to do, I'm going to tell you what you shouldn't do so you hear it and you realize how dumb it is. The first thing you should do to stay broke and depressed is to wake up whenever the hell you want. Forget a sleeping pattern. Because that's like 2023 shit. Don't have a good sleeping pattern. Wake up whenever you want. Don't have a sleeping pattern and wake up at a normal time. Wake up at midday. Sleep at 3 in the morning. You really want to hit that sweet spot when you wake up so that everyone's already ahead of you. You feel like shit. You're feeling terrible. You start your day off bad. But don't stop there, my friend. Don't shower. Don't have breakfast. Don't make your bed. Sit in your bed for another hour and scroll on TikTok. That is the cherry on top to make sure you don't accomplish anything. You have to make sure that the start of your day exudes no self-respect at all and a lack of discipline. Next, you want to make sure you're procrastinating. I know you love that word. That's your best friend and it's going to become closer to you now. You're marrying that. You know that saying, if it takes 5 minutes to do, then do it right now. I want you to forget that. Take it out of your mind. Let everything become a backlog in your mind. And your new motto for life is, I'll do it later. Because let's be real, you deserve some time off. You do, because you've been working really hard. Going to school. You'll have time to do all that stuff later. Clean your room? Forget that. Just sit down with me. Scroll on TikTok. Let future you worry about that. That assignment that is due, really and truly, you could just copy Dave at school tomorrow because you know he's got the answers. So it's not that much of a fuss. You need to make it a habit to delegate all the things in your life to a later time. So that way you can guarantee that the dreadful feeling you feel when you sleep at night, it's always going to be there. I promise you. The next thing is, whether you live by yourself or you live with your parents or your spouse or whatever, make sure your house is always dirty and unorganized. They say a clean room is a clean mind or something like that. Well, I want you to have the most disorganized mind possible because that will help you understand how much of a failure you are, which will help you achieve your dreams of being broke. Now, let's say by some miracle you don't listen to me and you actually sit down to do some work. I don't know why you'd want to do that. Make yourself look as busy as possible without actually doing any work. And I know you know what I'm talking about. Now, this is a delicate art, so you have to be careful not to cross that actual zone of doing any work. Maybe put your workout in front of you, then before you start, open up every social media tab and you got to double check because someone might have texted you or a new trailer or video might have dropped. So make sure you're checking that, but make sure that the work is still open on the side so you don't feel completely useless. You know how it gets, you need to stay in the loop. Coupled with this, never, ever go out chasing things. If things are going to happen, they're going to happen. If you're going to get married, you're going to get married. Why are you going to chase the girl? Don't chase the job. Don't try and get in shape. Life is a conveyor belt and things are coming towards you either way. So what's the bother? Why are you trying to speed shit up? And don't ever try to fix that bad things that you dislike about yourself. The things that make you feel subhuman. Do more of those things. Never go above the comfort zone. Always stay below it because people really can't change. Let's be honest. So don't trust people either way. Always keep your guard up. Never allow yourself to love anyone. Never allow people to love you. Always keep your guard up. Like I said, only do what is comfortable, and if you have to do something, use fear as a motivator. Stress yourself out into doing it and make sure you're stressed out the entire time. And when you achieve that thing, and if you achieve that thing, then remind yourself that it's time to look on to the next thing. Never, you know what I mean? Never appreciate what you've achieved. Always keep looking for the next thing and remind yourself how much of a failure you are whilst you're doing it. And instead of trying to change that, use escapism. Video games, TV shows. Arcane Season 2 just dropped. Why don't you go watch that and imagine a world where you live in a better life? And when you disconnect from that world, sit there and think about how terrible your life is, but never do anything about it. That's the key. You never do anything about it. All you do is think. You leave it in your mind. Because in the real world, just let life happen. And lastly, your opinion does not matter. Everyone else's does. So what you need to do is validate other people's opinions and only listen and do what they say. Listen to their music, watch their shows, believe what they believe, and you will live the worst life that you can think of. Now for the TLDR, keep doom scrolling, keep your mouth shut and don't ask questions. If you're curious, put that fire out. Watch your phone up close to your eyes before you sleep to maximize the amount of blue light because you want to burn your retinas. I want you to get glasses. Don't work out because you like being sweaty. And remember, you're always wrong and everyone else is always right. Don't like this video. Don't subscribe. Because obviously we're doing the inverse. But yeah, do the inverse of everything I said in this video if you still think I'm actually being serious, and you'll see how quickly your life changes. If you haven't already deeped how that's stupid, if you're doing anything I said in this video, realize how dumb it sounds so you know where you should start.